Hey everyone! Today we're going to make some no-churn Oreo McFlurry, but vegan. First of all, we need to make the custard. For this, we're going to need some plant-based milk and some coconut cream. We're going to pour some of the plant-based milk into the cornstarch to create a cornstarch slurry. Stir to mix it through. I have a heavy bottom pan here, and we're just going to add the coconut cream and everything else inside. Sprinkle in some sugar and pour in the plant milk. I'm using barista oat milk. The exact measurements will be listed below. I found this really old vanilla pot in the pantry and it's really dry and you can't scrape it at all. What I'm going to do is just cut it in half and put it in a custard mix. So don't throw away any of your old vanilla pots. So now we're just going to cook everything on low heat until all the sugar dissolves. Be careful not to let it boil. We just want it to heat up gently. Once the mixture is steaming hot and all the sugar has dissolved, we can put in our cornstarch slurry. Give it another stir to make sure everything is nice and liquidy. We're going to stream the slurry in slowly while stirring constantly. This is to ensure that the custard will be as smooth as possible. Don't freak out if it looks a bit lumpy, just keep on stirring and it will smooth out. It'll only take a minute. So now that the mixture is nice and thick, we can add in some vanilla extract. You can also use vanilla paste or the seeds from a fresh vanilla pod. Mix until it's well incorporated. Let the custard cool down completely and let's move on to whipping some coconut cream. I'm going to use Cara coconut cream because I find that when you chill this whole thing, you can just whip everything inside it, including the liquid parts. We want the coconut cream to be really cold for this, so stick it in the fridge and leave it overnight. If you're not a fan of the coconut flavor, you can use any other plant-based whipped cream that you like. Make sure you scrape every last bit, we don't want to waste anything here. I'm going to add a pinch of cream of tartar to help stabilize the cream. And let's start whipping. Feel free to use a stand mixer if you have one. Once it's about halfway done, we're going to add in the sugar. This is icing sugar or powdered sugar. It has some starch in it which will also help in stabilizing the cream. Once it's incorporated, we can mix our cool custard into the whipped cream. Make sure you leave out the vanilla pods, we don't want to mix that by accident. How nice and thick is this custard? Just mix the custard and the cream together until we get a nice fluffy cloud. This doesn't take long at all. Once it turns into a uniform color, we're done. If you have an ice cream churner, you can churn this now. But if you don't, put this in the freezer for 30 minutes. I'll be right back. After 30 minutes, whip it once more. That's it, now we're going to freeze it again for another 30 minutes. Super easy. Do this about 4 to 5 times until we've reached the desired consistency. In the meantime, let's prepare the mix in. Of course, we're going to need some Oreos. In case you guys didn't know, these are actually already vegan. Break up as many Oreos as you want. I like them chunky, so I'm going to leave some bigger bits. Our ice cream is looking really good now, so we can finally mix in the Oreo chunks. Fold them all in until everything is evenly mixed in, and we're ready to plate up. Spoon into a pretty little glass all the way to the top. Decorate with some more crumbles and press in the whole Oreo. Wow, would you look at that? And there you have it. No churn Oreo McFlurry, but vegan. Watch these videos next for other vegan desserts and I'll see you over there. Thanks for watching.